Ever since I introduced this video, you guys have been asking me on making a tutorial on how to do the SUFFO flick. It's been long overdue. I decided to get to work, make this tutorial as best and as in-depth as I can so I can teach you in the best way possible on how to do this advanced flick. If you've never seen it before, it's basically like a fake flick where your car goes really far away from the ball and then you backflip or diagonally backflip back into the ball. It actually gets a lot of power and especially gets like really good accuracy, especially in the corners, and it's good. I like it and everyone seems to love it. So here is the tutorial on how to do the flick. So the way I've decided to make this tutorial is I split it up into like 5 or 6 different steps or stages of performing the actual flick, just so I can break down each separate step individually by itself, so it's easier to like learn it step by step instead of just throwing the whole thing at you and having you just learn it at once. So here we go. Let's start with step number 1, and that is how to set up the flick, kind of where the ball goes on your car before actually performing the flick. For this step, I kind of like to think that the ball is a little bit above the sweet spot of your car, because if it's down a little too far on your car, whenever you jump, the ball kind of goes in front of you. That's not what you want to do. You kind of want the ball to go up more when you jump, so it's not on the sweet spot, it's just a little bit above it. In order to get this spot down more, obviously you have to practice dribbling the ball, getting consistent dribbles for long periods of time. And also, you kind of have to learn it through doing it over and over and over again. When you keep doing the flick, you'll learn where the ball goes on the car to successfully do it. But like I said before, the best spot for me personally is right above that sweet spot of your car. After that, the next step of performing this flick is actually jumping with the ball on your car. And it may sound easy, but it's actually really hard and can cause a lot of problems when you're actually trying to do the flick. One major tip I have is to tap A. Do not hold A, because if you hold A, your car gets way too high, and when you turn, you actually hit the ball before you do the flick. Another thing for this step is right before you jump, you actually have to start holding your boost and turn a little bit. The main reason for this turn is to start your car's momentum to actually get away from the ball, to give your opponent the illusion that you're missing the ball, and also to set yourself up to actually do the flick. The timing of your jump is a little weird because you kind of want to jump like right as you turn, because you don't want to do it too early or else your car is going to go right under the ball, and you don't want to jump too late because your car's momentum is going to be too far to the left and you're going to be way too far away from the ball. So you should jump almost like right after you turn your car a little bit, which that then brings me to step number 3, what to do like right after you jump and kind of like to start the process of the flick. After you jump, you need to do like a bunch of things at once, so I'm going to try and explain each of them individually. The first thing you need to do is move your joystick from the left to the top right in order to start the turn to get set up for the flick. The next thing is you should already be holding boost, so continue to hold boost, but now start to hold air roll. This process should shift your car to the left while turning it to put yourself in a position where your car is upside down and horizontal to the ground, which is where you need to be in order to move on to step number 4. To start this step, you need to stop boosting but continue to hold air roll. Right after you stop boosting, you then need to move your joystick from the top right to horizontally right, and this is so it fully flips your car back over, so that the back of your car is facing the ball, you're a little bit above the ground, and you're also horizontal to the ground. This then puts you in the position for step number 5, which is actually using your flip and hitting the ball. When you use your flip, you're kind of thinking of scooping the ball into the air, because the way your car is positioned, when you flip backwards, you actually get boosted towards the ball. And what you're trying to do is get the back of your car underneath the ball, so when the front of your car comes up, it like scoops the ball so it goes into the air. Which when you flip, you can actually either do a straight backwards flip or a backwards right diagonal flip, which I've learned they have each like respective like capabilities from each other. With the back flip, you can do more like pop shots and get the ball higher. But with the diagonal flip, you kind of do it for more like power and accuracy. Which once you perform the flick, the next step is to just land your car. Which after you flip, your car should basically be backwards and horizontal to the ground. Which all what you need to do is just air roll back onto your wheels. That was a lot of information, so I'm just going to numb it down into just a simple little like 10-second explanation. So you start off with the ball a little bit above the sweet spot of your car, and when you jump, you have to tap A and turn and start boosting. Right when you jump, you have to move your joystick from the left to the top right while holding air roll and boost until your car is upside down and horizontal to the ground. Once you get there, then you stop boosting, but keep holding air roll and move your stick from the top right to horizontal right until your car is upright. Then you use your flip to try and scoop the ball up off the ground by either backflipping or backwards diagonal, and you should be in a position where you can just air roll and then land right back on your wheels. there you go. That's a tutorial. So hopefully you learned how to do the flick in this video. And if you did, please send it to me on any of my socials, Discord, Instagram, Twitter. Just put it in the YouTube comments. I don't care. Anywhere. Send it to me. Or if you need any tips, please reach out. I will be glad to help you in performing the SUFFO flick. But yeah, thanks for watching and see ya.